Today, from Seattle, Washington, it's Week 17 of the NFL on EA Sports. Cam Newton and the Seattle Seahawks versus Ryan Fitzpatrick and the Detroit Lions.
It is loud and it is wet as we welcome you inside Lumen Field on your standard rain-filled afternoon in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Detroit Lions. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. They come into this one off a bit of a clunker last time out, a loss that ended their 5-game winning streak. Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
Set to go now on a prototypical rainy northwestern afternoon. And off we go from Seattle. Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by the 2015 NFL Most Valuable Player in his 11th season in the league, 32-year-old Cam Newton.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. But if he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passer.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The numbers on the ground for Carson last week. 13 carries and even 60 yards and a touchdown.
I was so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working, and they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. So here are the Lions now backed up for their first drive. They'll be led out by the bearded one in his 17th season in the NFL, the well-traveled Ryan Fitzpatrick.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
Out of his end zone, Fitzpatrick. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 61 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football, give it to them early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger gains result as the game goes on.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Fitzpatrick. Throw left side to Reynolds. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards the pick up there. From the gun, here's Swift. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
On play action, Fitzpatrick. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. On 2nd down, Swift. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Fitzpatrick. This pass complete to Reynolds. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I have no crystal ball up here. I can't truly see into the future. But if they don't start getting some pressure on him, make him move around a little bit and do something with the receivers, change up their timing, they're just going to get shredded as we've seen so far. Right now, they're off to a blazing start.
Yeah, and you are right. He looks way too comfortable back there in the pocket.
Yeah, there shouldn't be a pillow back there for him, all right? As a defensive guy, they've got to dump him on his backside a few times, shake things up.
Yeah, they're going to need an in-drive adjustment here on this first series. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Fitzpatrick to throw it. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
On now is Seibert for the Lion field goal. From the left hash, this from 46. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. Well, they didn't get in the end zone, but pretty good balance there on the opening drive between the run and the pass.
Yeah, I think that was probably what they wanted to get accomplished right out of the gate. Throw the ball with success, run it, of course, to set the tone. So we saw the offensive coordinator's play sheet, probably wrote himself a little note. Exactly what we wanted to do. Probed it early and got it done.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed,
yeah, I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Newton. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. On second down now, it's Carson. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. To throw is Newton. Rolling to his right. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 15. A big play there on the scramble.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. This is Carson. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run it with Carson. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. After 1 on EA Sports. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Now it's Newton. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. So now we have Jackson slow to get back on his feet. Appears to be shaken up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Carson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And nothing special there. They showed they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in. Like
old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was all capped off by the Chris Carson touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in at the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. But if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Fitzpatrick now. And this is incomplete.
So, Charles, here we are, Week 17. Both of these teams playing their 16th game of the regular season. And obviously for decades, that was the full season. But as we all know, a little strange, still one more game to go next week.
Yeah, Brandon, I think we're both interested to see how things play out next week because we know their division titles and wild card spots up for grabs. So those teams, no doubt they'll be all in. But how would you like to go in front of a team that's 3-13 and say, okay, guys, one more time, let's go get them. If we win, it benefits someone else.
51 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Now Fitzpatrick. That one complete. He finds Shark. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fitzpatrick, and he rifles one incomplete. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw is Fitzpatrick. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Uchenna Nwosu got the sack there.
Partner, you know what I'm going to say before I even say it.
Yeah, you just cannot take a sack in that spot.
You're exactly right. You can't take a sack in that spot. Potentially now, a 3-point swing right there.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Newton on 1st down. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Fitzpatrick.
He'll drop this one off to Swift.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short. That's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. Running is Swift. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he's got this down to the 35.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, Fitzpatrick. And he wants Reynolds way downfield. Touchdown! It's complete. Josh Reynolds hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. That time a 6-play drive, and it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Landry. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Getting set to go again here. Cam Newton marches back onto the field. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
And he stopped immediately there. Kingsley Kiki there on the tackle. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he's got the hook up to Landry. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now a first down throw for Newton. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Detroit's offense ready to take over. But what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
from just shy of midfield. Fitzpatrick. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Fitzpatrick on 3rd and 2. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have a Lions first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick. And this one into the hands of D.J. Shark. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Fitzpatrick. That's once again complete to Shark. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 19. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Seibert able to knock this one through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start out west at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. And it is the Chargers who have the lead in the second quarter. Keenan Allen, a touchdown reception. Next, we head off to check out another game. And things didn't work out for him as they fall to the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles showed flashes this year, but ultimately were doomed by too many mistakes, though a victory there will get them to 7-9 with 1 game to go. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore. Check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And you can see there, it's the visiting L.A. Rams who have the lead in that one. Matthew Stafford's thrown a touchdown pass. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big connection on that one. 31 yards.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run the draw here with Swift. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Throwing Fitzpatrick. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Fitzpatrick. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a fourth down.
On now is Seibert for the Lion field goal. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. Seibert's kick is good. And now it's a two-score game at 9, 16-7. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter.
Cam Newton getting ready to go again on offense. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On third down, Carson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Carson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Back to throw, Newton. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 43. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Cam's throw into the hands of Lockett.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Now it's Carson. But he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So on 4th down, here's Jason Myers for the Seahawk field goal. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And that is no good.
Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. And this score will stay right where it is. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the one touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just wanted you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this third and fourth quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
Now some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Fitzpatrick. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Looking to throw. Fitzpatrick. They'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. They'll try it now with Swift. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Sliding out of the pocket. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. From the 45 on 2nd down. Newton, and taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Newton. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Newton. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Newton on 1st down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Newton to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about his desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And Myers able to knock it through. And the deficit trimmed to 6 now at 16-10. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
And there's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
Another try after the first down sack. Fitzpatrick. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 3. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
A first down throw for Fitzpatrick. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
And Fitzpatrick's throw taken in by Chark.
They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
That one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive linemen, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Back to throw. Fitzpatrick. And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. Uchenna Nwosu picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, when you time those screen passes perfectly, they can work perfectly. But that time it took a little too long to develop.
And you zeroed in on exactly what makes that play go. Timing. Because if the timing's off at all, those unblocked defenders coming at the quarterback, they'll put him on the deck.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Fitzpatrick. And Shark calls it in. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Looking to throw. Fitzpatrick going underneath. He's got Hawkinson. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Reynolds. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 25-yard line. On 2nd down, Swift. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And Swift is not going to get there as they stop him short of the yellow line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Seibert able to knock this one through. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
So Cam Newton and his offense down by 9. A little under 1:50 remaining. A crushing loss to their playoff chances on the horizon, barring a huge turnaround here, starting with 1st and 10. Throwing is Newton. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. He's got Landry. Newton. Pressure, he's brought down. Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running 2, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Cam to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Desperation time. Newton, 4th down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. He's picked off near his own 48. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And they'll indeed take a knee. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And say what you want about Lumen Field here in Seattle, but for my money, this is the loudest and most difficult place to win in the league when you're on the road.
It's very hard. The fan support
off the charts. The way that they make noise and understand when to make noise, they understand the game as well as anyone. And how about what we get in our media packets when we start preparing for the game? They have it in their own stuff, right? The number of offsides penalties, false start penalties that they draw against the opposing team because of that fan support. And last but not least, they designed the stadium to keep the noise in, and it works.
But not in this one. They were able to somehow come in here and get that victory. So for the Lions, the victory gets them back to 500, 8-8 on the year. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.